What's up, my people? Before we start the show, make sure you like the video, comment on the commentary, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the GVG family, because without you, there's no us. And as always, we thank you, and all praises to the Most High. Now let's get into it. What up, though? What's up, my people? It's your boy, Hally. Guess who's back? Still smelling truth on my clothes. What up, though, man? Let's get it. It's Gvg Podcast. You know how we do? We right back like we left something. You know what I'm saying? Detroit City in the building, east side to the day that I die. Let's get it, man. Let's jump right into it. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been with us on this journey, on this movement. Man, we ain't going to stop. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep dropping fire. We're going to keep dropping hot topics that you got to listen to. They're fire. It's relevancy. We doing a thing. It's GVG, God versus gods, the true God, the creator, versus all these deities and people and things that we worship instead of him. It's time. Y'all know how I do. I get my points off the phone, and then I just go off the fly. I just let the spirit speak, you feel me? Let's get into it. Today, this is just something small for my people, something short and sweet. I just want to give you some encouragement on today, because even I need encouragement at times. Actually, I need encouragement right now, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fighting. Now, let's do it. This is called the NFL. Now, I know 90% of the world going to think the National Football League. Nah, it's something else. The NFL, these are the people who are dealing with no fight left. They have no fight left in them. I'm going to read off a few points and let you know why, and then I'm going to go off the fly. Let's do it. This is for the people who feel they have no fight left. You dealing with death, bills, abandonment, poverty, breakups, parents and children, reputations, drugs, deceit, pressure, comparisons, self-doubt, self-hate, circumstances. All of these things are just in our lives every day, just pushing us to the edge, pushing us past the limit, pushing us to be weak, deflating the balloon, making our souls dry, making us just not want to keep going. But there is a way. Check your boy out. With death comes life. And I know that's hard for some people to comprehend. You can look at it in a sense of every time someone dies, someone is born. Or you can look at it in a sense of when you leave this earth, your real life begins. So another thing would be bills. We all struggling to pay bills. We all feel like the bills are just grabbing us by the neck and choking us out, stumping us on the floor, and ain't nothing we can do about it. But the one thing you didn't think about is bills bring forth ability. You have been able to do it. Even if you were broke, even if you were low, even if you had $2 to your name, guess what? You did it. You paid that light bill, you paid that gas bill, you paid that water bill, you paid that cable bill. You even paid your phone bill this month. How did you do it? All based on your ability. Either your ability to work physically or your ability to work mentally. But either way, you did it. Understand that on today. Pat yourself on the back because you did it. You paid those bills. You sacrificed to get it. Another thing, some people feel abandoned in this world. There's different ways to feel abandoned. You can feel abandoned physically. You can feel abandoned spiritually. You can feel abandoned just in relationships and whatever it is. A lot of children feel abandoned. Well, this is one thing I know. In this world, you are never alone. You are never alone. There is always someone who loves you. There is always someone who has your best interests. You may not want it at that time, but there is always at least one. And if you think you don't have anyone, at least you have the creator of all, the one who never left you. But I will say it like this. Everybody feels pain. Everybody goes through something. So that's a universal language where you are not alone in your pain. Guess what? Someone else's parent has died. Someone else's child has died. Someone else is broke right now. Someone else got cancer. We all have things where someone else is going through what we are going through. Ain't nothing new under the sun. You are not the only one dealing with pain or dealing with hurt or dealing with not being able to get the job or breakups or whatever it is. We all speak that universal language. We all have to use the bathroom. We all cry. We all get sick. We all sneeze. We all have thirst and we all have hunger, and we all have a heart to want love. I hope you hear me on the day, people. I'm just trying to bring us together as a community for the whole world, not just the hood. Listen to me on today. This GVG, this is a good one. So the next thing would be poverty. I come from poverty. And at times I have blamed poverty for the things I've done, not realizing that the media and America and everything that's been put in place has done its job for me to mess up. You have to understand that with poverty comes plans. The person that really wants to get out of poverty, the person that really wants to make it, is going to start planning how to get out of it. You can sit there and soak in your own filth. You can sit there and soak in your own sadness, or you can come up with a plan to say, you know what? I'm not dealing with it. I'm going to make a plan starting today to get out of the position that I'm in. It starts with your mindset. If your mindset is better today, you will be better tomorrow. If you are doubting yourself and you are blocking your blessings, guess what? Life is going to be way harder than it would be. Don't block your blessings. Don't say 3 years from now ain't nothing gonna happen. You just blocked your blessing. Say 3 years from now it could happen. At least you open the gates. Open the floodgates to your blessings, people. Let's get it. It's GVG. I hope y'all hear me. Let's go to the next one. Breakups. Breakups and death. We can put those in the same place because it's all about time. Time is the real healer in this world. Time tells everything. So at the end of the day, if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through losing a loved one, which I'm going through losing a loved one at this moment right now. My aunt, rest in peace, AKA Grandma, Aunt Jeanette. My mother is dealing with that. And my cousins and different people in the family are dealing with that. She was their rock. So first of all, to them, I want to say, keep your head up, hug each other, love each other, and get through it together. But here's the thing. No one can tell you how to grieve. No one can tell you how to get over things when it comes to death or when it comes to breakups. Guess what? The only thing that heals those things are time. Eventually you get over things. It may take 2 years. It may take 3 months. It may take 15 years for some people. Some people stay trapped forever, but it's all about time. You have to understand, you have to comprehend that eventually you will be able to get past these things. It all comes in time. Let's go to the next point. We all have this thing with parents and children. Parents going through stuff with children, children going through stuff with parents. You don't love me. Oh, I've done everything for you. We all heard it before. The biggest thing is this. If you're a parent, you have to understand that you cannot live for your child. They have to live their own life. They have to make their own mistakes and bump their own head and then get to the point of the prodigal son to say, guess what? Yeah, I think I might have messed up and you were right. If you're a child and you're dealing with a parent, guess what? You can't live your life for them. If your parent has impossible expectations for you, guess what? You have to live with yourself. They are grown. They have already made their mistakes and made their life, carved their life out for them. You can't live your life trying to live up to someone else's standards. There may be things where you say, I want you to graduate. I want you to do this. I want you to get a job. Those are normal standards. But if a person is putting the sins of your brothers and sisters onto you, saying you ain't going to be nothing because they ain't nothing, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to take that as gospel or as Bible. Guess what? You say, you know what? I'm not living my life for you. I'm living my life for me. I'm living my life for whoever I feel I'm living it for. But at the end of the day, you don't determine my greatness. You don't have the meter or the gauge for my greatness. I do. So don't try to live your life for your parents. That don't mean you don't respect them. That don't mean you don't let them set goals and try to keep you in line. What I'm saying is, if you have naysayers in your life who's saying you ain't never going to be nothing, it's time to prove them wrong. Don't let other people make you fail. Bottom line, let's get it. GVG, next topic. Now, this is a big one. Reputation. A lot of people believe that they cannot change their reputation. It takes a long time to build up a reputation, but sometimes it can come in a split second based on just a few decisions you make. So reputation is hard because there are so many people who don't believe that they can change. If you created a reputation, as long as you have breath in your lungs, you can change that reputation. It just takes time. We live in a microwave mentality world now where if you do something, you want to be affirmed for it in a split second. We put up pictures hoping that we get 1,000 likes. We post our stories and our ups and our downs hoping that we get interaction and comments. And when we don't, we feel bad about ourselves. But we have to understand this is how the world has always worked. If you built up a reputation, it's going to take a while for you to change that. If you are an untrustworthy person, it's going to take a while for you to build that trust back with someone. You can lose trust fast, but it takes a long time to gain it back. Understand that, people. So if you're dealing with reputation issues, thinking everybody says this and everybody looks at me this way and I don't know what to do and my mama's saying this and my friend's doing that, guess what? It's up to you to change that. It's up to you day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second to say, you know what? I'm not going to do the things I used to do. I'm not going to smoke no more. I'm not going to drink no more. I'm not going to have frivolous sex no more. I ain't going to be no whore. I ain't going to be no man whore. I ain't going to be out here staying out late and I'm a teenager. I ain't going to be out here till 2, 3 in the morning. And then when I come in the house, my parents trying to talk to me and I'm acting like they did something wrong. You have to change your reputation. You can't put it on everyone else. I know a lot of people don't want to take accountability in this time, but guess what? Eventually the truth will come to the surface and you will have to be accountable. If not now, when judgment day comes. That's just life. It's GVG. We going on to the next topic. It's your boy Hally. It's Detroit City. I love it. So another thing would be deceit. Some people are dealing with being gullible, being over loyal, being all of these things. And at the end of the day, when you deal with certain people, they don't have the same love for you that you have for them, or their definition of love is not the same as yours. Some people live in a world where deceit is okay. Murder is okay. Dysfunctional love is okay. Cheating is okay. Beating on someone is okay. Defamation, slander, whatever you want to say. There are people who live in this world who say, hey, this is my life. This is how I live it. This is my code. Everyone has a different code. So if you're a type of person who says, every time I get a friend, they talk behind my back. Every time I get a friend, they doing this. They in the chats talk about me. I thought they was loyal and they not. Well, first of all, I think you need to start with you. Look in the mirror and get rid of all of your deceit. Get rid of the flock, because a lot of us, they say birds of a feather flock together. A lot of us are with deceitful people because secretly we are deceitful. A person who is honorable don't want no deceit around them. But see, a person who robs wants someone to be around them that robs, but they have to understand there's no honor amongst thieves. They gonna take you just like you would take them. So the first thing you have to do when you have deceit in your circle, get out of that circle. The second thing is look in the mirror and say, am I deceitful? Reflect on yourself. And now you find out ways to be honorable. So now I can find honorable people. You need honorable people in your circle. But if you're still deceitful, you're not going to do anything but drive those people away. Because they don't want deceitful people in their circle. They want honorable people. That's real game right there, people. I hope y'all taking that one. You wonder why certain things are happening. It starts with self. Be the change that you want to see. Let's go to the next topic. A big thing that I'm seeing with a lot of people is pressure isn't like it used to be. When I was growing up, and before I was growing up, when others were growing up, and pressure was something that it bust pipes or it make diamonds. Pressure was always something that when you push on people, they're either going to go up or they're going to go down. And I'm not saying that it's any different today. What I'm saying is a lot more people were diamonds with the pressure. Even if you didn't make it, you understood what pressure was. I think in today's time, pressure is making a lot of people curl up in the fetal position and go lie in the bed and cry and be depressed. And I'm not talking about anybody or taking away from anyone, but we have to understand that pressure is how movement happens. Pressure is how dreams happen. Pressure is how you take over. Pressure is how you get that business. Pressure is how you graduate from school. Pressure is how you become your better self. But a lot of us, we're like, it's too much pressure for me. But when you go out in the streets and someone pressures you to smoke, you do it. When someone pressures you to steal, you do it. When someone pressures you to do other things, you lock in and you do it. So it's all going to be based on every human being is capable of getting past pressure. It's just going to be based on what you feel is good for you. So if it's robbing banks, stealing cars, swiping, doing whatever it is, hanging out late at night, sex, people will pressure you into sex. If you're a young lady and you're being pressured into sex and you do it, guess what? You became a diamond in that situation, but you failed in life. And I don't mean period in life. In that circumstance, you buckled under the pressure. But when your parents say get good grades, you say, oh no. I'm not doing that one. I'm failing that one. But when the boys say, let's have that sex, you don't love me, this, that, and the other, they're pressuring you, and now you succumb to that pressure. So understand, people, it's a slippery slope. It's a savvy game out here that we play on a daily basis. And if you're not up on it, you're going to lose. Pressure busts pipes and make diamonds. Next topic. There are a lot of people who are influenced in this time, and it's definitely this time, comparisons. Oh, Kim Kardashian got a BBL. She got her lips done. She got her hair done. Oh, she got this done. She got that done. Cardi B got this done. Doja Cat got this done. Megan Thee Stallion got this done. She looked like this. He looked like that. He got $1 million. This is what we do on a daily basis. They got a scat pack. They got this. They got all of that. We do this all day. We compare ourselves to others. People down the street, oh, they got a better car than me. They girl look better than mine, so I ain't nothing. Comparisons kill people. And I don't mean literally. I mean it kills the spirit in a person because you only need to compete with you. You need to be better today than you were yesterday. You don't need to look at the person next door and say their house is better. Oh, it's cleaner. Oh, they got a better car. Guess what? You compete with you. You don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You keep up with your ownses. I say that again. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with your ownses. This is real life. Pay attention. Comparisons kill spirit. If you are competing with yourself, that means your spirit is growing because I will say, hey, I did good today, but I want to do better tomorrow. Understand that on today, people. Stop competing with others. Only compete with yourself to be better than you were yesterday. Next topic. Man, this is a crazy one. A lot of us deal with this internally. Self-doubt. That little thing called self-doubt, that little seed that sprouts up in us anytime we're trying to get a job, a promotion, that girl walking down the street, money, fame, car, whatever it is, being a good person. There's always this seed of self-doubt. There's always, oh, you gonna go back to jail. I probably is gonna go back to jail. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Well, I ain't never gonna be nothing. A lot of people will sow self-doubt into you. But you will also sow self-doubt into yourself, and you will reap those benefits eventually. Because once you start to believe it in your mind, the universe is just going to create it for you. Understand this on today, people. It is time for us to try, because I know I can easily sit up here and say, get rid of self-doubt. But that's not how it works. Just like the seed was planted of self-doubt, you have to combat it with confidence. You have to combat it with saying, I can do this. It starts as a seed of confidence. It starts as a seed of I can do it. And it can sprout up and it can grow just like the seed of self-doubt did. Eventually they will fight and one will take over. But it's all up to you. It's all up to you. You have to say, I'm going to have the confidence to get this job. I deserve a good family. I deserve for my children to be good, my parents to be good. I deserve to have a good life. I deserve to get the promotion. I deserve to kick drugs. I'm going to be confident enough to kick drugs. I'm going to be confident enough to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm not going to doubt myself and say I'm going back to it. I'm going to be confident enough to quit alcohol. I'm going to be confident enough to pray. Some of us have self-doubt when it comes to prayer. Well, God ain't looking at me. He don't like me. I ain't praying. It starts with the seed. Your seed of prayer can sprout into something so big that you become a prayer warrior. You become a top 10 prayer warrior. I'm not lying, people, but it starts with self-confidence. Listen to me. This is real. Self-confidence kills self-doubt. Self-doubt kills confidence. It's a battle. It's time for you to win the war. Next topic. Something that goes with self-doubt is self-hate. A lot of us hate ourselves. You can say it started from slavery. It started from Jim Crow. It started from this. It started from Adam and Eve. It started from Cain and, the Bible or this or that. Whatever it is, we hate ourselves. And I'm not talking about everybody, but there's a big percentage of people who hate themselves. They don't love themselves at all. And when you don't love yourself, you become very impulsive and you do a lot of bad things and make a lot of bad decisions. Because in turn, if you hate yourself, you don't care about yourself. And when you don't care about yourself, you will fall to the wayside. This is a big problem for people in the world. Because when you hate yourself, you're just feeling your way through the dark. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care about nothing. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. When you do that, you give up your chance. Every time you say you don't care about something, you give up another chance that you had to care. Understand that. If you had 100 chances and you said, I don't care every time, what does that make it? That means your chances are running out. It's time to care. It's time for self-love. You combat self-hate with self-love. You need to cherish the small victories in your life. Oh, I woke up today. That's a small victory. I have my health today. That's a small victory. Nobody called me and said somebody was dead. That's a small victory. I have my ability. I can clean my house. I can go to work. I can go to school. I can talk to my people. Those are small victories. But if you're too busy hating yourself and looking at the things that didn't happen in your life, you won't focus on the small victories. Self-love is how you kill self-hate. Love yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Try to love yourself instead of hating yourself. That's another battle that you can win, but it starts with confidence and self-love. It starts with confidence and self-love. You can win that battle, but it starts with confidence and self-love. Love yourself more than you hate yourself. Eventually, the love will take over the hate. Let's get it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I know I've been kind of carrying on, but one of the things I look at with even the holiest of the holy, the best of the best, people, it's hard when you're dealing with circumstance. That's one of the hardest things out here for people is we base our lives, we base our self-esteem, we base our confidence, we base how we treat people all off circumstance. Circumstance will kill your dreams. Circumstance will kill your faith because instead of having the true faith that you had yesterday, today will bring a different problem. And if you can't say, you know what, this is just temporary. This circumstance that I'm in right now is temporary. Me having no job is temporary. Me not being able to pay the bills is temporary. Me hating myself is temporary. Circumstance. Oh man, they trying to evict me. That's a circumstance. I got 100,000. I got 100 bands. I'm out here balling. That's a circumstance. It can still cause you to lose sight of your faith. So understand on today that a lot of us are suffering from circumstances. We look at circumstance as the thermometer or the temperature of how we have faith, how we treat people, and how we live. Understand on today, people, that circumstances are only temporary. It can be up, it can be down, it can be left, it can be right. You need to stay even keeled through all the circumstances. You need to stay yourself. If you treat people good, treat them good through any circumstance. If you are a lover, a nurturer, a caretaker, you care for those people through every circumstance. If you rich, when you get poor, don't change. And if you poor when you rich, don't change. Those are only circumstantial things. I hope you hear me on today, people. I hope you hear me on today, people. These are circumstantial things. Being poor, being rich, oh, this wrong, that's right. All these are circumstances. And it will change the way that you treat people if you base how you live off circumstance. I know I've been talking for a long time, and I know people got things to do, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up. It's your boy Hally. It's GVG. I love all of y'all. This is the NFL. This is for the people who have no fight left in them. Guess what? If you alive, if you got breath in your lungs, you can still fight. You can still bite, scratch, claw, do whatever you got to do to get to it. You can crawl to the finish line if you have to. Nobody said you had to come in first place as long as you get past that finish line. It's your boy, Hally. I love all of y'all. It's GVG. We dropping episodes every Thursday from Facebook to TikTok to YouTube to Instagram to everybody to the world. I love all of y'all. We'll see y'all next time. We out.
Thank you for being a part of this experience. GVG appreciates every single one of you. I hope you came away from this video with a little more perspective, patience, understanding, and purpose. So until next time, we on Christ time.